Alright. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and gamers. Welcome back. I just got out of the shower. I'm very wet and naked. And the new Zombies map, Maudertone, comes out in a little under an hour. And I thought I should go over the patch notes right before it comes out, and while I also contemplate whether or not I'm going to play it at midnight. Now, if you would have asked younger Chris Allen if he was going to play at 3 a.m., because that's when the Zombies maps used to come out, he would have said, absolutely, I'm staying up all night for that shit. New Chris Allen, man, I'm fucking tired. I don't know if I want to stay up for this shit. I probably will, though. I mean, I usually don't go to bed at 12, but I go to bed a little after. So I'm debating whether or not it's worth it. But anyway, I wander too much. Let's go over the patch notes, as I said I would in my previous Zombies video. So, Season 4 Reloaded arrives July 15th, which is in about 42 minutes. Kicking off at 9 p.m. PT, which is 12 a.m. ET in 42 minutes, is the next Zombies map, and I'm reading nothing else because nothing else matters. So, new weapons. The new SMG, cool. The new mace, cool. Wait. End season, does that mean it's not on the release of Season 4 Reloaded? Oh, damn. New daily double XP token reward. That's pretty good. Excuse me. So you have a reason to log into the game every day like I do. Bullshit. Okay, here we go. Zombies. New Zombies map, Maudertone. Excited. New perk, Mule Kick. I put out a video on that. It's pretty good. Pretty okay. New wonder weapon, the Cerberus, which has 3 different variants. New crafting item, the Gerst Device. We'll see how good it is and if it's the exact same as the old one. New feature, dynamic wall buys. I don't know if they'll go over it later on. They probably will, so I'm going to save my opinions for that. New challenges, no one cares. New Dark Ether story intel, probably a couple people care. Enemy health cap and armor reductions, we'll talk about that. Sniper rifle and melee weapon buffs, we'll talk about that. Equipment and support and field upgrade damage tuning. Yada yada yada. New Dead Ops Arcade 3 updates. I don't know why they're still updating that. I mean, kudos to Dead Ops players. They're feasting more than us Zombies players, our round-based map players. But, yeah, I can't believe they're still updating that. That's crazy. And PlayStation stuff no one cares about. So, let's go ahead. So, okay, looking for some extra XP sign this week. Completing your first daily challenge of a day in multiplayer, Zombies will now unlock a new daily double XP token reward. If you don't complete a daily challenge that day, you'll miss out on that day's double XP reward. Damn, so they're trying to incentivize you to go back every day. Cool. So, here we go, Zombies. The wait is over after almost 6 months, probably just about 6 months. After enduring the harrowing events of waiting almost 6 months and playing through Project End Station and fucking Firebase Z, and surviving multiple operations throughout Outbreak, the boring mode in Zombies, Requiem has now been captured by Kravchenko, and we're now his sex slaves. And unless we do what he says in Maudertone, he will kill Raptor 1. So anyway, we have to eliminate the undead threat and capture Valentina, as if, like, we don't know it already. Like, if you're at all into Zombies on YouTube, you know almost everything. Like, you know what DLCs are coming, you know what maps for the most part are coming, you know fucking the perks, like, you know what the story's doing, like, I mean, it's probably cool for, like, the average fan who doesn't know anything. Like, oh, I wonder who the villain is, who betrayed them, if they're even paying attention to the story. But for anyone who actually gives a damn, we all know. We all know it's fucking Valentina. Like, they're trying to fucking hide it. Like, come on. The person who was just shown for, like, 2 seconds in Firebase Z. But anyway. Yeah, so we have all the new shit we said before. Alright, we have Klaus. Okay. And the new wonder weapon. Cool. So, let's go into it. So, they have weapon buffs, which we'll go over. Mule Kick, cool, which is actually good and better than Tombstone. Tombstone is the worst perk in the game. You can carry a third gun, and then they tell you what the skills do. So, base tier, carry a third weapon, pretty cool. Skill tier 1, crafted equipment, grants additional, cool. I mean, I already went over this, it's good. It's fucking good. Tier 5 could be pretty good if you put the wonder weapon on it. It's super good. So, the Easter egg comes out later today, or tomorrow, I mean, at 1 in the afternoon. So we basically have 13 hours to explore the map, even less if you're actually going to go to sleep like a regular human being. But we'll see, at least if you're on the East Coast. So anyway, as I mentioned in the blog post last week, they're significantly reducing the health cap of zombies because a lot of people did not like it, me included, even though I didn't really go to those high rounds anymore, because I don't care. And I proved I could get to a high round. Firebase Z, I made it to 117. But, or not Firebase Z, sorry, D Machine. But it took me like 7 hours because I kept pausing. Anyway, so now they have dynamic wall buys. In my opinion, well, for those of you who don't know what it is, dynamic wall buy is basically if you find a weapon on the wall, right? Because the weapons have different rarities and the zombie's health keeps scaling and the rarity doesn't. If it's like round 40 and you want to buy a shotgun off the wall, it's basically useless. Like, if you die and come back, you basically have to hit the box. The wall weapons become so invalidated, it's not even funny. Now, at the end of every 5 rounds, each wall weapon has like its own chance to upgrade to the next tier. So you can imagine, and I'm assuming they buff the numbers as the game goes on. So, as you can imagine, as the game goes on, eventually all the wall weapons are going to be golden. I'm assuming that doesn't affect the price, although it might, because I'm thinking of how it works in Outbreak. The golden guns on the wall in Outbreak are like 4,000. So, if that affects the price, that'll be interesting. I don't think it should, per se, but we'll see. It probably will. But, in general, this should have been in the game from the start, but I guess better late than never. So, we'll take it, although it should have been there from the start, but I'll give Chark this. This is the thing that I fucking hate. If there was a zombies mode that just kept getting updated, it would be so good. Instead of, like, them having to do a whole new game where they try and, like, put some gimmick or new stuff in that then eventually takes time to patch and make good. And then when it's finally good, it's, like, near the end of its life cycle, and then, you know, we lose all that progress and go to the next one, and the cycle starts all over again. But anyway, I'm diverging again. So anyway, weapons will have a chance to increase in rarity every 5 rounds all the way up to legendary, obviously. So players will have more options to buy. This should introduce even more variety. That's another thing I kind of want to talk about. I was going to make its own video on it, but I guess I'll just mention it here. For the most part, like, I feel like not only the mystery box, but also wall weapons are invalidated. The fact that you could start with any gun you want and have more attachments on it than most of the weapons you could get in the game, unless they're legendary, and even then the attachments are random, you will never get more value out of any gun than your starting weapon, because you have all the right attachments on it, assuming you leveled it up, and you could just keep upgrading it and have the best weapon in the game, M16. So, wall buys basically become, you don't need them. Unless you're doing challenges or want to have fun, you don't need them. And the box becomes invalidated unless you want to get the wonder weapon, but at that point, you can either make it in each map or somehow get it. We'll see if that's the case on Mauder Tone. Of course, it probably will be, though. Why wouldn't it? Or you could use the trial machine, but they're overloading weapons in the trial machine, so that's becoming less and less of an option. But anyway, I feel like most of the stuff is invalidated. I mean, yeah, it's good. You can do it, but to play optimally, you wouldn't. And it's not like in other games where to play optimally, you have to play the game in a super specific way that's like really fringe and you have to put a lot of work into it or you have to think about. No, you don't. This is like low effort, high reward of, okay, I'm just going to start with my starting weapon and upgrade it. Like, okay, you don't really use salvage for anything else anyway, although that might change with the buffs to the equipment. I don't think it'll really change anything, but who knows. The second thing I can see, though, is like, okay, let's say you want to use the M16, but you don't want to waste all the scrap upgrading it, and the map has the M16 in, like, blue rarity. You'll just buy that one, upgrade it from blue to fucking orange, or yellow, legendary, basically, and then you'll just reroll the attachments until you get what you want, which is a lot easier than upgrading it from red, which is the starting rarity. That's the only reason I could see buying a wall buy, but in terms of, like, just having a good time and playing the game optimally, which is not hard to do, you would, like, the box doesn't matter and wall weapons don't matter. But again, this is nice. So anyway, so many tangents. So let's keep going. Later in the season, a younger version of Requiem's own Grigori Weaver will become playable operator in Zombies. Yeah, right, when he got his fucking eye gouged out by, guess who? Fucking Kravchenko, I think. He just loves eyes. His Kremlin's eye operator skin to Weaver we all met back in the OG Black Ops. God, that was such a good game. Just after his eye was taken by Lev Kravchenko. Yup. So it's crazy to think that Kravchenko eventually will meet Weaver and just take his fucking eye like he does with everyone. Oh my god. So wait, Dead Ups Arcade 3 introducing the new first-person solo advanced start playlist. Holy shit, that's crazy. Mama's Armory Basket plus several gameplay adjustments. Okay, cool. So, PlayStation, no one cares. No one cares. Multiplayer, no one gives a shit. League play, ew. Now what's this? Call of Duty, Cold War, Warzone. Oh my god, yes, they have a double weekend. Okay, this is really good. I question, like, why the fuck they had the double battle pass shit, like, last weekend and not this one, but this is why. So this is really good. So, finally, patch notes. So, Global, the new SMG, assault rifles. Okay, they changed the iron sights. I'm assuming that makes them better. And then the daily double XP token, cool. Challenges, no one cares. War tracks, no one cares. Resolution texture packs, no one cares. Here we go. So, zombies. The new map, which comes out in almost half an hour. Enemies. So we have two new enemy types, the Disciple and the Tormentors. I'm assuming the Disciple is the guy with the skull head floating around, like, sucking you. And the Tormentors are most likely the new dog round, and they're the fucking crystal glowing red zombies, which looks fucking amazing, by the way. Main quest. We already talked about that. Mule Kick. We talked about that too, and they mentioned it before. Pretty good. So, new Wonder Weapon. So it's exclusively in Mauder Tone. I don't know if that means it's not going to be in Outbreak, or it will be. We'll see. But from what it sounds like it won't be. It sounds like it will legit only be in Mauder Tone, which is not only bad, but it's good. So, again, I always say that Zombies needs its own uniqueness with all of the things it has. And for the most part, I was just talking about the Zombies mode in general and Outbreak in general. So what do I mean by that? My big problem with Outbreak was the maps are a cool scenery change and a cool, like, you know, color change. But for the most part, aside from how you run around the huge map, it doesn't matter because it's not closed in. And zombie spawns don't matter. It doesn't matter how you go through it because it's so wide open and so easy. You're not really going to be threatened by anything if you're not stupid. So Outbreak really had nothing going for it every time they released a new map. Again, aside from a scenery change. Now, there are certain things I think should and could overlap in Zombies, Outbreak specifically, that I wouldn't mind. The Wonder Weapons should overlap. Now, I believe there should be Wonder Weapons specific to Outbreak only, and maybe even some Outbreak maps, because let's say you get it in, like, Duga. There's a weapon specific to Duga that you only get in Outbreak, that you could obviously then bring to the other maps, but you could only pick it up in Duga. I'd be more for that. But then I'd also be for having every Wonder Weapon from the survival maps in Outbreak as well. I just wish Outbreak had its own specific stuff tied to that mode, more specifically to the maps. But again, I'm going on tangents. So anyway, the way it sounds is this gun will only be in Mauder Tone, not Outbreak, which again is good and bad in different ways. So it's a pistol at the base variant with 3 mod kits. Zombies killed with any version of the weapon have a chance to drop one of the 3 mod kits. Equipping a mod kit will convert the weapon to one of its variants. So, I'm assuming you don't have to... The way it's sounding, like, you just pick it up and it becomes it. You don't have to build it. You don't have to go to a crafting bench or anything. It seems like it's very quick. Now, my question is, how do you return to the base form? Because only 3 of the mod kits drop, unless, like, what they mean is the 3 you don't have. So, let's say I get, like, the assault rifle version, then the base version can drop again. Maybe that's what they mean, I don't know, but still pretty interesting and pretty good from the fact that it seems pretty easy to upgrade, and you just have to, like, kill with it. That seems pretty cool. New equipment, it could be found as a drop. Thank God, that was one of my worries, that the zombies wouldn't drop it. So they can drop it, and I'm actually curious to how big it'll be, and you could build it. And with Mule Kick, it should be very incentivized to build, but we'll see how much it costs. So when deployed, creates a portal that pulls enemies in. I really want to see how that looks. I hope it looks like the Gersh. Players who jump in the portal will be teleported. Okay, literally just the Gersh. Damage scaling. Equipment damage will now scale evenly to be more consistent in their ability to kill enemies. I remember at certain times, like, the Semtex just didn't fucking kill. Addressed an issue where certain equipment was doing more damage than intended on direct impacts. That should just be a bug fix, basically. Gameplay. So this is the big part. So the zombie's health is reduced to 100% from 300, or down from 300. So, I heard it was at 60,000 now, instead of 30, 60, 79, 120,000, I think. Wait, 3, 6, 7, from 120,000 down to 60,000. I think. Because the old cap was like 30,000. I think the new cap is 60,000. So I think the health caps out at, I think, round 85. But this should be a much welcome change for almost everyone in the community. I don't think anyone's complaining that this is a bad change. Obviously, people didn't like how easy zombies was before. But I think this is finally like a decent middle ground. So everything else got nerfed too. Specials got reduced. Elites got omega reduced because they were nigh unkillable. And HVTs also got super fucking reduced. So plus 10% down from 100. Thank the fucking lord. And armor zombies are a little less armory. Cool. Essence addressed an issue where players were spawning with 1000 essence in round-based maps instead of 500. I never saw that. Wow, that's crazy. New intel, new challenges, support, field upgrades. Okay, so... Okay, I'm just making sure of something. I'm going to mention it real soon. So Frost Blast. Frost Blast is assumingly better. Not many people use it anyway. That's not going to change. Energy Mine is assumingly better. Same shit with Frost Blast. Aether Shroud. Addressing an issue with the Aether Shroud. Tier 5. Activating its second charge while its first charge was already active. That's a good bug fix. I don't know why they waited till now to do it, but whatever. Dynamic wall buys, we already said this. So, Trials. Additional weapons can be obtained at Trials. I think they're doing this to just crowd out the wonder weapons, because I remember back before they added all the weapons in to the Trials, you would do the trial and you would more likely than not get either a perk or a wonder weapon, and rarely a pack-a-punched gun. Usually the wonder weapon, though. Now it's probably going to be way harder. So, then we have the new pistol. Weapon tuning, here we go. So melee is a little better. The multiplier went up. So this is probably to hopefully still be able to one-shot zombies at round 85 plus when they reach the health cap with melees, because if they don't do that, then melees are useless. Snipers. So I'm going to preface this right now. I think whatever buff to snipers they do doesn't really matter unless they make snipers over-penetrate. But they're probably going to hopefully put that on Mule Kick, but we'll see. Anyway. Sniper Rifle, Swiss K31, increased crit damage, increased stock ammo, which doesn't matter, and the Pack-a-Punched crit damage is the same. So just more damage to the head. I don't think the damage to the head was the issues, though. But anyway, ZRG. This is basically the fucking head cannon of this game. Like, this thing will kill, like, elephants. It's crazy how powerful it feels. But I didn't really think it needed a buff, but whatever. It has, again, more crit damage, which isn't really the issue with snipers, but okay. Sniper Rifle Charlie. I don't know why they do this stupid shit. Like, what does this mean, Sniper Rifle Charlie? I don't know which one that is, but yeah, all the snipers got buffed. I don't think that matters, though. Outbreak. Increase the chance for Ronald Reagan to spawn. I've only seen Ronald Reagan once, and I saw him a couple days ago. And I tried to kill him, and then when I tried to kill him, he just disappeared. And I don't know what happened. But anyway, that should be good that we should see him more often. He didn't even drop his fucking ray gun when I saw him, too. So regions objective. Regions and objectives order will no longer loop once all combinations have been played when progressing regions. That's good. So now there's actually randomness in it, thank God. Stability. So fishing was an issue, and then repelling was an issue too. Cool. Depths Arcade 3, first person solo advanced start, so Depths is even easier now. Gameplay. Should see a wider variety of bonuses. Okay. Adjustments to points awarded. No one cares. Minor adjustments to item response. Cool. Double egg pickup base health. Nice. Golden egg health by 40. Great. Reduced egg hatch. Cycle set egg now hatches faster. Super good. They basically are buffing eggs. Eggs are now less jumpy. Okay. Mama's armory basket has been located. A new room. Okay. Closed various exploits. No one cares. Military gorilla. And Onslaught. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. Features playlist. Cool. And the rest of the shit doesn't matter. So, overall, before I mention what I was looking for in here, overall, I'm very excited. Again, I'm probably going to play this shit in almost 20 minutes now. Come to my stream, Twitch TV/Tecnics channel if you want to see it. I probably won't stream for long, though, because I'm fucking tired as shit. But, yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I'm excited. I saw the map was already leaked so far, like people actually playing it. I haven't heard anything about it, nor do I want to. I want to form my own opinions, and I'll probably get back to you guys on what I think. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. But one thing that I was looking for that Treyarch said they would do. So they said two things. The first thing they said was way back in like a Twitch chat on the official, like, I think Activision or Treyarch, I kind of forgot which one. But they said, oh, are we going to introduce even more skill tiers? Like, oh, no way. Like, they were teasing skill tiers past, like, level 5 or tier 5, and that never came. And then they also said they're going to buff Deadwire. What is it called? Is it Deadwire? Fucking the Electro one, Deadwire, to make it not as shit as it is now, and they didn't do that. I don't know if they secret buffed it or buffed it before and I missed it, but they said they're gonna address that to make it not as ass, and I know people were saying that, and that's just not in here, so I guess they forgot about it. Who the fuck knows? But aside from those things, again, I'm very excited. I have decently high hopes, not too high hopes, but decently high hopes for this map. Will it be worth the wait? That's the most thing I'm curious for to find out, but I don't think it will be. I think it'll be an okay map. You can't be working on a map for like 8 months plus and just it be ass, right? There's no way. But we'll see. So again, I'm gonna go rest until it's out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm out of here.